Hey guys and girls, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of the Age of Adventure with myself, Lewis. Hope you're brilliant, having yourself a great day, as always. Now, you're probably thinking, you know, why is there 2 Age of Adventure episodes in a row in 2 days? You generally do them every other day, and you have a Diamond Gear in between. Well, today is a slight change, because I was going to do Diamond Gear, and I thought to myself, I got a brainwave. And I need to use this brainwave before the brainwave disapparates. So you're going to have another Age of Adventure today, but it's going to be a good one. So in the last couple of episodes, Nemson went round and he pranked everyone. He kind of went round and he did little nice pranks and maybe little mean pranks here and there. I got a mouse, which I said would be my friend in pure evil. And even though we've got a nice little shack, we're still allowed to do a little bit of evil. So I came up with a way of pranking Nemson in a cool fashion that allows us to show off some more Botania, because I like showing stuff off in episodes that could be kind of useful. So I thought, let's put this usefulness to effect, and I think I've come up with a pretty good plan. So I know for a fact that Nemson isn't going to be coming on today, so I've been working my bum off all morning to set this up. Now I've got over here, so I'll run through what I've been doing. So I've set up some of these. I've got some living wood, gateways, all this good stuff. It's great. I've got some nature pylons and things like that. I had to go kill a wither, which was fun because I'm really bad at killing withers, but I went and did it. And I now have all of this set up, and it's not really that expensive. The only thing that's expensive are the nature pylons, because you need to get yourself some of that essence stuff that is requires a nether star. But once you've got it, it's not too bad. There we go. So we need some terra steel, nether, and some blaze powder, and that gives us 12. So I've got all of that. It's fine. And I've made myself an elven portal, which we're going to use to grab some pretty useful things. So let me get out my Lexica Botania from inside here. Where have I put my Lexica Botania? Oh, it's probably inside here, actually. So let's grab this guy from here, and we're going to boot up our elven portal. And I hope I have enough mana in here, because I've been having to literally just completely grind mana for the whole morning, as much as I can get, because I've been going back and forth from Dempson's place to here, using his he's got a big beacon. If you haven't been watching his episode, he's got a beacon, we'll show it in a minute, but I've been using that to get me some terra steel, and I've got a few bits. I don't know what bag I've put it in. One of these bags is my preparation bag for today's events. It's this one. Yes, look at all this stuff. Well, I've got 6 terra steel, so that's not too bad, but it's taken a long time to get it. This guy's help, though, this Enchiridion, I've been using this a lot, and this is cool because it eats TNT. How funky is that? So let me get my flint. I'll show you. We give it a little whoosh like that, and bam! It eats all the explosion and makes loads of mana, so that's a good way of doing it. But that's basically what I've been doing. That, making these, and taking mana from all of my pools, including the farm, and taking it over to Nemson to get terra steel. But let's activate this guy. So we've got all of the things. We've got the elven gateway core, living wood, glimmer wood, and all this stuff. And I've got some more in here, so you'll see what that's for in a minute. But if we give it a slap, it's going to kick up. It's going to take a load of mana from these pools, and it's going to get going. It's going to slowly drain mana from these pools while it's open. So we're going to have to be a little bit quick while we do this, because I haven't really got much mana left now. So first things first, I'm going to throw in my Lexica Botania. There we go. And it's going to give me back the Elven edition of the Lexica Botania, which has probably gone inside my bookbinder now. Let's have a look. There we go, Elven Guard. And we're now into the Elven side of things. Lovely. And we've got these green areas, which means these are the Elven knowledge that we've gained from throwing it in there. Now, one piece of Elven knowledge that I know is how to make this awesome other stuff. So let's throw in some blocks of mana steel. And we should be given back, if we're lucky. Oh, let's do this again. Whoop, whoop. And where is it gone? Is that it? Yes! We've got ourselves some block of Elementium. Lovely. And I might even do the rest of these. So we got 8. Let's throw 8 more in. There we go. It's probably going to pop out the back. Cool beans. Oh. Oh. So we got ourselves some Elementium, which is good because we're going to need that later. And the other thing that I'm going to need, if I have a look inside my bag, let's go into this one. I got myself a load of living wood. You can see I've been kind of mass producing it all morning. And we're going to use this living wood to swap this into something else. So let me throw in 64 living wood, and we should start getting a load of dream wood. Yeah, because we're going to need this today for our prankage. So let's let all of this stuff come out. It does kind of take its time, but hey-ho, it's fine. It's not going to despawn that quickly. So we'll let that do its thing. Grab all of this. And I'm going to need quite a bit, so yeah, that's definitely a thing. I wonder if I can just throw another stack in and just let it pop out, because I'm going to need a lot of this stuff. Let's throw another stack of living wood in. There we go. Right, have your living wood. Cool beans. And that's just going to keep popping out and doing its stuff. So, I'm going to stand here and wait for this to come back, guys, and then we'll carry on. Alright, so I've got all my dream wood. Lovely. I turned off my portal for the time being. Now, if you want to let the portal keep running and feeding it mana, because it takes a buttload to get it going, but I haven't got the mana to keep it going at the minute. It's kind of a one-time thing. This has been rushed. But, yeah, so let's make our way over to Nemson's. We're going to set a few things up. And I was thinking while I was doing that, you guys are probably thinking, well, I would have liked to have seen you kill the Wither. But I had to kind of rush it this morning. So I will go and kill another Wither, but we'll do it another time. So, let's go to Nemson's. Where's my warp book? Here it is. And we're going to go to Nembase. Yes, this is good. Alright, so, if you've never been seen Nemson's episodes, this is his Elven workshop, or his Druid's workshop. Now, Nemson is playing the role of a Druid, so I thought we would test him, you know, test his Druidic abilities. It's going to be fun. So, I think somewhere around here is a way upstairs. Let's have a look. Why is there a person in the corner sleeping? Shh. They never saw us. Why has he got a barrel of poo? He's got a barrel of poo! Wow. I wonder how much obsidian he's got. Oh, he's got barely any. Wow. Well, that's different, isn't it? Alright. Let's get another way of getting up there, because I got no idea how we get up to that top area. Let's just do this. Whee! Oh! Whee! That'll do it. So, somewhere around here, he keeps a book. Is that it? That might be it. Let's have a look. Is this his book? Yes. Alright. Can I take his book? I can. Right, so, this is Nemson's book. His big written book. And we're going to replace it with another book. Let's put down this one. Okay. And we're going to place that on here. Oh man, how do you even place these guys? Big written book, enchanting book. Where's my big written book gone? Big written book. Oh man, don't tell me it's just lost my big written book. I had this all planned out and everything. Alright, so I've laid down the book and I have made my story. Would you like to have a read? So, many moons ago lived a mouse who loved to eat all types of cheese, until one day when he was minding his own business, a druid came and snatched him up. When the mouse awoke, he was in a kitchen filled with yummy pizza, and the owner took him in, and together they formed the most evil of alliances. One night, the mouse snuck out from his partner's farm with a very weird craving. He fancied a nibble on some iron. Luckily for him, he knew just where to find a load of yummy iron blocks, so he set off on his journey. So, we need Nemson's book. Let's get his book, because he's going to go spare if he loses this. It's got his whole druid story in it. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it somewhere where he's never going to think. Oh, I wonder if I can I shift click it in? No, okay, right. That's not going to work, unless maybe I can, aha, alright. There we go. He'll never know. So, let's go to his little farm, shall we? Or his little worker's yard. And get all these iron blocks. Let's get our warp book. So we're going to go to his beacon. Yeah. So it's lucky for me that he has a beacon, because he's been using that to do all of this, and I've been making trips back and forth with my mana tablet to get enough mana to make all of the terra steel that I have, because I needed some terra steel. But we're going to go under here, and we're just going to probably take a few of these. Maybe a few of these. Alright, so I have taken all of his iron, and I have placed it In here, look. Ha 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 ha. I guarantee he'll have no idea it's in there. And if we go back to his little beacon place, I shall show you what I've been up to. So I've just been replacing the iron with wool, because everyone loves wool. I think they should make beacons out of wool, because wool is just so more druidy than iron is, I would say. So yeah, I like the idea of possibly using wool. I'm sure he wouldn't mind just having wool instead of iron. Kind of looks like it, right? Kind of looks like the stuff. But let me get my builder's wand. Let's just, there we go. There we go. Put some more wool in there. Wool! Everyone loves wool! How much wool have we got? Still got some left. Good. Let's do this. Fill it all up. Get as much in here as we can. Lovely. And after this, we're going to take a little trip. Alright, let's do this. How much wood have I got left? I got like a little bit left. You know, we'll just put like another blob's worth there. Oh, I still got another 5. I'm going to put some there. 2 more. Alright, okay. So that's looking good. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. Where do I want to put this? Do I want to dig into the ground and make something cool? I think I do. So, let's dig into the ground a little bit. And we're going to make a little something down here. Okie dokie, so I've been slightly busy. Down here, we have ourselves a portal to Alfheim. Yes, it's the genuine deal, the real thing. So Nemson is going to get to keep this. So even though he's being tested, you know, he is actually he's gonna get to keep some of this pretty good stuff. It's got an Elven Gateway core and everything, the real thing, and that's not cheap. So, yeah. But we've got this here. We've got an Elven portal. And up this way, I've put down some of these floating white flowers, these little islands, because they're pretty cool, aren't they? I just wanted to make them because they were in the update and they look funky. So, I've left this chest here. Let's have a look at the book I'm going to place in there. So, the mouse ate so much iron, he could barely move. Unfortunately, it kind of doesn't fit the line properly, but there we go. In return for all the yummy iron, he left the Druids some wool, as he knows how much Druids love their sheep. But as he was leaving, he saw a glow. A portal shot open and out jumped a little elf. He said, "I can't just let you leave after eating all this." Together the mouse and the elf came up with a fair way for the Druid to get his iron back. They decided a test was in order, so together they left through the portal and worked for many days on a way to test this Druid. Yes. Yes. And hopefully, if Nemson is smart enough, he's going to go through the portal, because, yes, we're actually going to have a portal that goes somewhere. Normally, these portals, you can't go through them, you just chuck stuff in it, but today, it's a little bit different, because now we have the portal to Not So Alfheim. Yes, it's going to be brilliant. Alright, so, we need to go and find a place where this portal is going to lead to, and I have the perfect place for this. We're going to go to the Twilight Forest. Yes! I don't know, I haven't got this bit properly planned out, but yeah, I guess the Twilight Forest. So let's go to Nemson's, because if I remember rightly, he had a portal to the Twilight Forest somewhere. Oh my god, shouldn't work, I'm not a newcomer, leave me alone! Alright, so I couldn't find his portal, but we're going to make our own one, so let's just pop it out here, I guess. We can throw this portal anywhere, so it really doesn't make much of a difference, although we're going to need to take out the outside of it, because we have to place down a load of flowers. It's actually the first time I've been to the Twilight Forest in this mod pack, so, and a lot has changed between now and when I have done it. The Twilight Forest now actually has a progression system, so before you used to be able to just run around willy-nilly and do what you like. Now you actually have a set route that you have to go on, because you can't do the other stuff. There's Yetis in there now, the Yeti land, and there's big ice caves and things. It's pretty funky. Alright, so we got this. Let's throw down some poppies. There we are. Does that poppy look like it's in a different position? Huh. Oh, that's really weird. I never noticed that. And we'll use these. Cool. And let me get a diamond. I hope I'm ready to get struck by lightning, because it's gonna suck. Right. Oh! Oh, don't kill the flowers. Thank you. Okie dokie. Alright, so, let's... I've already got a page. Have I got a bound... I got stuff? Yeah, I think we're good. Alright, let's jump in, go to the Twilight Forest, and see what we can find. Now, the reason we're going to the Twilight Forest is because I could have done this in the regular overworld, but to be able to make interlinking pages, Jesus Christ, there's many yetis in that there cave. Wow. Wow, that's the new Yetis, guys. We'll do that another time. We haven't got time today. Maybe in the next episode we'll go and fight the Yetis. Yeah. But, and why have I got slowness free? I really don't want slowness free. I wonder if something's attacking me. Something's attacking me? Slowness free again? I don't get it. Maybe it's because we're in this oh, it might be because I got too close to that forest over there. Oh no, there we go again. Slowness free. Let's try and go over here, I guess. Okie dokie, so I've travelled a little bit over to this way, knocked down some trees, and this is going to be where we're going to use, I think. But I need to put on my chunk-bound overlay, because we're going to make the biggest portal we possibly can. And I think this could be the chunk. It looks pretty good to me. Let's remove some of this treeage. Here we go. And there's a very high chance I'm going to get attacked by these guys in a minute. I think this one's already scouted me out. Yeah, he has. Let's just show this guy who's boss. Mr. Treant. There we go. And we'll remove this tree. So we're going to go around and we're going to basically take this whole chunk and we're going to turn it into a portal, because why not? And, yeah, when it comes to Mistcraft, the portals that you make with Mistcraft can be made any size, but there is a slight limitation to their size, and it's that they can't overbound a chunk boundary. And if they go over a chunk boundary, they don't work. So you need to make sure you get it within a chunk boundary, which is not really that hard. We'll just get rid of all this stuff. Here we go. So, let me get my portals, my crystals, and we shall make this portal. Or, well, we'll get started, I guess. So, we got a load of crystal here. Let's grab all of this. And we're going to dig basically around the sides, making sure it all stays within inside the chunk boundary so the portal works. And it gives us a nice large area to work in, because this is going to be our testing ground for Nemson to see whether he's good enough to be a fully fledged botanical druid or something like that. Yeah, that's going to be a thing. So let's keep going around here. And now we'll lay down all of our crystals. Now, I happen to know that the one thing in Minecraft that Nemson despises more than anything else is a jumping puzzle. He hates them because he's not very good at them. And neither am I, so I can't speak, but I know that he really doesn't like them. So, I thought we would make a jumping puzzle. How fun does that sound? I'm sure he's going to have a great time having a jumping puzzle. And that is going to be how he's going to get his stuff back. So let me put in my book receptacle. And we're going to pop that there. Let's grab this. Alright. So, now that we've got that, I need to go around and mine out one layer, basically, of this. So we can have our portal. And I'm going to cover the portal in lava. Because I've thought about this. I knew that if I used lava, he would have his Pyroclast pendant on him, which means he can't be damaged by fire. So I thought, how am I going to get around that? Well, I thought, well, let's have a 1 block high, one kind of layer block of lava. So he'll think, it's fine, I can jump in it. And when he jumps in it, he'll go through, and he'll go through the portal, and it'll take him back to the beginning again, because that's going to be annoying. So that's going to be the plan there. And then I had to figure out, well, how are we going to do the whole... You know, he's probably going to come through with his windy majigger and all this stuff. We don't want that to happen. So I'm going to put in a... I'm going to put on a book modification for the one that takes him through the portal, the not-so-portal to Alfheim, that removes everything in his inventory. So when he comes here, he will have nothing, except for his baubles. But his baubles are going to be useless, because the only thing he will have is his Pyroclast pendant, and probably a mana ring, or maybe an aura, band of aura inside here. So, yeah. So I'm going to go and dig all this up, and we'll start working on the jumping puzzle. Alright, so it's starting to come along. I've come back to my base. I need to grab a couple of these hopper hocks. Yes, I think I'm actually only going to need one, but this is going to sort out the whole going in with items stuff, because we don't want that happening. We don't want him going in with items, because if he goes in with items, he can probably cheat his way out of it. And I have none of that. No. So, let's get some chests. We'll make a couple of chests. Let's grab 3 there. See if that's probably... We're probably gonna need more, but I think for now one could do it. Oh no, there we go. We've got loads more. It just decided to fall on the floor. Alright, let's make some more wood. And we'll grab ourselves another chest. And the rest can go inside here. Okay, right, so let's go to Nemson's Beacon. Cool beans. So let's make our way over to the not-so-Alfheim portal. And we're going to sort out the whole dropping of items Madubri, because all his stuff's going to drop. And we have to be a little bit careful about that, because we don't really want him losing anything, because that would massively suck. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig a little hole in the wall right here. And I'm going to place down a hop hock. Yes. There we go. We're going to place down one of these guys. Where has it gone? There we go. Hop hock. And we'll put down some chests. Cool. Right, so now let's close it up. And we're going to test this now. So I'm going to grab my linking book, which should be set to go to the correct place. And before I do that, I'm going to go to... is this going to work? This is where I find out this has to work, otherwise I could be in a spot of bother. But we're going back to the Twilight Forest, and you'll be able to get a sneak peek of what I've done so far. The thing that's really slowing me down is getting all the obsidian. Man, so much obsidian. So this is what I've got so far. You're going to start basically here. Or you're actually going to start in this water pool, like so. And you're going to have to make your way across here to get to the chest. And you're going to have 3 portals. And one of these portals is going to take you home. The other 2 portals are going to take you directly back to the start again. So you got to do it all over again. And the way you're going to get across is by jumping. So I removed all the crystals because I remembered that if it's going to be jumping, the crystals need to be further down. So I can have the lava pool lower down. But it allowed me to kind of set where it is. And look at this giant guy over here, this massive tree ant thing. He's huge. I've never seen one that big before. Wow. But now that we've got all of this, I'm going to take my warp book and place it inside here. Is this going to work? We might have to set this one up so this is the actual one that goes home before we do this. Yeah, it's probably going to have to be a thing. Alright, let's go and make a book receptacle. Cool. And we'll pop it. Let's get this. Actually, do you know what? We'll just do this. Let's go over, because I don't think these guys can get me in a minute. And we'll use the diamond pickaxe. And, you know what? We'll just place it. Oh, my lord. These guys. They don't know when to stop. At least the big one can't get me. He's kind of stuck somewhere. It's been like a fight for my survival doing all this. Right, let's take this. And our book receptacle. And we'll place a book receptacle on there. So, it means that the right-hand side, number 3, is the one that's going to take you home. Cool beans. Now, let's grab a linking book. There we go. And we'll go back to Nemson's base. Should I go back to his base? Yeah. We'll go back to his base. Well, actually, we're going to link it up here, I think. So let's go up here. Okay. And we'll have it linked to here. There we go. And now, if we go back to inside this place, cool, and we pop it inside the book receptacle, we should be good to go. So this one goes to the overworld, this one goes to the Twilight Forest. Good stuff. So, poof. And we've got ourselves a portal. Lovely. Right, let's get rid of these. And I'm going to drop my warp book in there. No, it doesn't really make a difference, because either way we can get back. But it would be handy to have my warp book, so I'll place it in there so I can grab it. So now if we go through here, it will take us to this place, which is good. This is where we want to be. And then the next place we want to go to is going to be the outpost, which is just over this way. So let's put it... Can we, like, bodge it in there real quick? Oh! So when we were setting up the whole jumping puzzle, and I had my little brain flash wave, I thought, how can we make this a little bit more interesting? Instead of just having a regular jumping puzzle, we need to make it a little bit more cool, don't we? But, you know, we're both into Botania, so I thought, let's use Botania to try and make it a little bit more awesome than a general jumping puzzle is. Awesome is probably a bad word to use, but yeah. So there's two things in Botania that are going to make this cool. The first one is going to be the abstruse platform. Now this guy is awesome, and this is going to be the way that you actually get across. Well, I might throw a few curveballs here and there, but basically the abstruse platforms, you can stand on them. If you don't stand on them, you just go straight through them. But here's the trick. So whenever someone's doing a jumping puzzle, the first thing they always do is they'll land and they'll try and measure themselves up, or if they're going to fall off, they'll hold shift to stop them from falling off the edges, like so. But if you're on an abstruse platform and you push shift, you're going to go straight through it. Which is going to be awesome. And the way we're going to make it look like there isn't an abstruse platform there is you can actually colour them. So you have no idea that that's an abstruse platform. That could be a piece of crystal. You really don't know. You could shift on this and it's fine, but as soon as you shift onto this guy, you're going to go straight through it. Oh yes, this is an awesome idea. Now we have the second thing that's going to make this even harder, is going to be the reason we made the portal to Alfheim, because we're going to use these guys, these Dreamwood that we got. So for the Dreamwood, we can make patterned frame Dreamwood just like this. So it's all really cheap, and the frame Dreamwood just like this. And with these together, we can make ourselves the second type of platform. So if we take the pattern and we take the framed and the Dreamwood, we will get spectral platforms. And like the abstruse platforms, these work slightly differently. So if we place down a spectral platform, again we can still colour it with anything, so I can place crystal on it, but the main difference is these ones, even if you stand on them, you just go straight through them. So there is no way of standing on top of one of these spectral platforms. They're just kind of a ghost block, but we can still colour them, so you can have the two different types. So we can have this one here with this, and then we can have like that there. And to get across, you'd think, oh, well, I'll jump to the next one. No, you'll go straight through it. But you'd have to jump straight over to this one to be able to get across, or maybe to this one, and that's how we're going to make this jumping puzzle very cool. Now, one thing I am going to have to do before Nems can go through the portal is I'm going to have to tell him to turn off his Whaler, because Whaler actually tells you whether it's an abstruse, spectral, crystal or such. You can see at the top. So I'm going to have to specify somewhere along the line that he's going to need to turn that off if he's going to, you know, play properly. If he doesn't do that, then he's cheating, and everyone scream at him, because that's not fair. That ruins the game. So, I'm going to go and I'm going to set up this game. I'm going to do it like this first, and then once we've got the jumping done, I'm going to dig down, I'm going to lay the larger portal, and we'll get the lava in. Yeah. Alright, so I think my work here might possibly be done. Let me show you what I have done. So we're going to go around, basically, and we're going to have to remove all of these crystals from around here. And some of them are going to stay, because some of them are actually meant to be there, just to really throw you off. But let's do this. Gonna get rid of all of these. And these guys. And there is only one route through this that I've managed to actually find. There might be more. I might need to test it just a little bit. And it's not that hard. It's not really meant to be mega hard, because it can get really annoying otherwise. But it's, you know, it's a bit of a test, isn't it? It's a bit fun. So there's that. And we're rid of that. Alright, so I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, although I might place some more bits of crystal around here. Let's put like one here. One here. And we'll place another spectral one there. So, the only way around this is you have to go from here to here, up to here, up to here, up to here, up to here, and then you have to take a leap of faith because you can't actually see the other ones from it, but the one you have to go to is here. So you'll go through this platform, then here, and now you're going to be stuck because you'll think, well, I have to go to there, there, or there. Well, actually, the only way to get through is you have to go through those platforms to get to here. Oh yeah, that's going to be amazing. And I'm even going to forget myself on how it works. So I'm going to leave it as it is for the time being. And then I'll go back through later once I've got the roof on the place. Because I'm going to put the roof on next to make sure that it doesn't obstrude any of the jumping patterns, especially the high ones. And then we'll do the floor. So this is the portal that's going to be the you messed up portal. This one right here. So if you're walking along and you fall off, bam, straight back. And this is going to have lava on top of it, so I'm guessing Nemson's going to think he can swim through it because he's got his Pyroclast pendant. But what's going to happen, he's going to try and swim in it, and he's still going to go back to the beginning. The other thing that we got is if I go into here and take you to the puzzle end, because I made one to get me to the end, we've got a 1 or a 2. Now, I did have 1, 2, or 3, but the portals, for some reason, when they're entwined together, they cancel each other out, which sucks. So we're going to just have 1 or 2. Now, one of them will take you back, the other one won't. So if you go in this one, you'll be taken back to the beginning again. But if you go through to this one, you win. Yeah! And then all the stuff will be inside here, and I'm going to put a little book at the end to say that he needs to go and check his drawers. Because we obviously couldn't have the mouse and the little guy sending all of his precious iron over a pit of lava. That's just a bit dangerous, isn't it? Yeah. So let me get the pit of lava sorted, and then I think we're going to call it a day. I think we're done. It's taken me almost a day to do this, but it's going to be worth it. Alright, I think we're done. I think we've made it. Look at all this lava. It's very hard to place lava like that. You can place it on top of the actual portal block as it is. That's what I've done, but it's kind of a bit hard to get across. So, yeah, it looks a bit bubbly, but that's fine. I've written the last book. Would you like to see? Yes, you would. Here we go. So, well done. You made it. All that is left now. Do you go through Portal 1 or Portal 2? Obviously, we couldn't take your expensive iron over molten lava, so we dropped it into your lower wardrobe compartments. Hope you had fun, Mouse. P.S. All of your stuff is in a chest behind the wall to the left of the portal to Not So Alfheim. I love it. Let's pop it in there. Well, hey! Alright. Oh, should we leave him a present as well for just being such a good sport? Let's drop him some... What is he going to want? Probably... Let's give him a block of Elementium. Actually, no. Let's not. Let's do this. Let's put it there. And we'll do that. Yay! Elementium! Do I want to give him some Terra Steel? Because this has been a bit of a bugger, hasn't it? Yeah, go on then. There we go. Man, I am such a good friend. Of course. Awesome. Which one was the one home? I think it's Portal 2. Yeah! Alright, let's make sure his stuff's in here before I log out. It's good. This one's got all the rest of his iron. Good. Okay. What else is there left to do? Oh, I know what's left to do. Let's go to Beacon. Okay. And we're going to want to go ahead and leave another sign to tell him to turn off his... Jeebus, there's a big guy. Let's tell him that he has to turn his stuff off. Yeah. Alright. Let's put it here. P.S. Please, from this point on, disable Whaler. Numpad 0. I think that's right. Numpad 0. Whaler. Show hide Whaler. Yeah. Good stuff. And that should be the book. Awesome. Have we got any iron? We haven't. Oh well. I was going to put a couple of bits of iron in there. So he's going to come down here. He's going to do his thing. Let's make sure that the hopper hock's there. It is. That's going to take him to the portal to Not So Alfheim, where he's going to get done over. And eventually he will get his... He'll jump across. He'll get his iron. Go back to the thing. I think we've done it. I think we've got a pretty good prank, guys. I think we've managed to do a good one. What do you think? I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty clever. And I'm just really happy with these little floating white flowers. Don't they look awesome? They just look so cool. Look at them doing their little thing. Yeah. Cool beans. Alright, let's just have one last check to go to the other side to make sure we got that side right. And it's looking pretty good to me. So, the other portals are lit. The thing hasn't caved in, I think. Yeah, link portal, we can see it down there. These are all geared. Is the other portal open? The one that takes you home, hopefully. Yes, it is. Nice. Alright, so we've done it. I think we're good. Cool beans. Alright, you guys. So check out Nemson's channel, because there's probably going to be a video on him doing this. And I hope he has a real good time doing it. I really hope he enjoys it. I think he's going to enjoy it. I'm going to tell him, because this video is going to go out soonish. Probably going to go out before he does it. I'm going to tell him not to watch it. And if he knows anything, if he's onto anything, well, you know he's cheating, don't you? Alright, you guys. I'll see you soon for another episode. Have yourself a great day. Have a good one, as always. And goodbye.